Hello, welcome to the Our Media Agenda, where today we have some interesting topics to talk about. Today, of course, there's quite a lot happening to Ghana football. Has it hit a ditch, or Ghana football is just broken beyond repair? Because just a few hours ago, there was a communique from CAF stating that Ghana would not be able to, or the Black Stars, if I should be precise, would not be able to play or honor the remaining home games in the 2025 CAF AFCON qualifiers at the Accra Sports Stadium after CAF disapproved the stadium. And that also came at the back of the communique or the statement from the NSA in the Ashanti region stating that the stadium has been closed after Ghana or the Black Stars disappointingly lost to Angola a couple of days ago. Does that go on, to further affirm the incompetence of the National Sports Authority, that's the NSA, which has been tasked, or a body that has been tasked to take care or manage and also maintain these edifice, talking about the various stadia we have in the country. Last year we saw some of the clubs representing Ghana at the in the CAF Confederation Cup as well as the CAF Champions League playing at the Accra Sports Stadium after the Accra Sports Stadium was disapproved by CAF. And this time around, it's the Black Stars themselves. And news walking through the corridors states that the Black Stars could be forced to play their home games either in Togo or in Cote d'Ivoire. So it goes on to tell you the state of Ghana football now, which is very, very appalling. And today, that's why we have gathered here to discuss this hot topic. And to my left, I have Atiga Mauli Force. And then to my right, I have Courage, who have deep interest in this particular topic because you talk about the Black Stars of Ghana, you talk about Ghana, and they have this high reputation with regards to sports, football to be precise, because this is a country that has played in 4 of the last 5 World Cups. It tells you their pedigree as far as World Cup or football on the global stage is concerned. So this is the news hitting Ghanaians. It's quite devastating if you're a Ghanaian. Also, if you're a follower of Ghana football, then you should know that the fate of Ghana football isn't on the right path. And let me welcome my 2 gentlemen. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
It's hard to be a Ghanaian, honestly. I don't know if I should take your initial thoughts about what CAF has said, saying that the Accra Sports Stadium has been disapproved, but also at the back of that is the NSA, or is the Ministry of Youth and Sports, also sending a letter to the Ghana Football Association asking them to go and inspect the Accra Sports Stadium and then also the Legon, or newly built University of Ghana Sports Stadium, to see if it could be approved for CAF for these games. But I don't think at this point CAF will be willing to even open its doors to Ghana. First, I believe you're a Ghanaian.
Jose, I'm not a Ghanaian.
First, by birth, by nationality. By nationality.
I'm not a Ghanaian. I have never been a Ghanaian. No. Mbano. It won't happen. You see, you want me to be candid, right?
I don't want you to mince your words, but I also want you to be very diplomatic.
No.
And
I won't take diplomacy out of the game. You want me to be candid?
Very straightforward.
Thank you. I'm saying that you people are so kind with words when you are describing these people. You see, we are at a critical point in our sporting lives, as a people, as a nation. No matter the division, no matter the problems that we have as a people, it is football that releases the stress. So imagine if you are going to play as a country and we are taking that joy to another country. Does it make sense? It doesn't make sense. That is why I'm saying, Joseph, I'm coming. That's why I'm saying that the shame, the public ignominy that these people have caused us will not be eradicated today. It's going to take us years to eradicate this problem. And you see, I am not on the verge of insulting them, but they have to be very, very careful. Both the NSA, the Ministry of Sports, and the GFA, and what's the name? The whole political structure.
Courage.
The whole political structure.
Let me take your initial thoughts. At this point, you are in a country that spent, close to over $300 million to build a sporting facility for the just ended African Games, and within the country, you have about, 5, or you used to have about 5, well-built, recognized stadia, which could host on any day a Category 3 game, sanctioned by CAF. And at this point in 2024, CAF tells you that they wouldn't even approve the last stadium you presented where you played your last game against Angola. On whose doorsteps do you lay the blame? Courage.
Blame.
Yeah.
National Sports Authority, of course. Who else?
And that's under the Ministry of Youth and Sports.
Yes. So it's the government as a whole. See, you're talking of a country who has been to 4 of the last 5 World Cups.
Yeah.
We're talking of 4 times African champions.
Yeah.
It's just
World
funny.
Cup quarter-finalist.
Josiah, it's just funny to think that a country like no malicious intent, a country like Togo has national stadiums that can host a Category 3 games.
Yeah.
But then Ghana has none.
Yeah, Ghana.
A country like Benin, even Benin.
But we are not the first to find ourselves in this situation. Because
that's the problem. That is the problem.
Where was it written that Ghana is a football? That's what I want to know. Because the likes of Niger, we played against Niger in Morocco. Niger had to travel all the way to Morocco.
Are you comparing Niger to Ghana in terms of football?
Yeah, but it's also due to the fact that you've been doing this thing for the last couple of years, and you knew where you were running to. You knew where this thing would have led you to.
Yes, so we blame our leaders. That's the Minister of Youth and Sports. How much did they spend on the Legon Park?
Yeah, they spent quite a huge sum on the Legon Stadium.
I was there just today, before coming to the studio. I went to check the grass there. If you look at the pitch, it's more like the park.
The Legon pitch.
Yes, the University of Ghana boys are training on the pitch right now. I think they have Gusa game up next. So they are training there right now before I enter the studio. And then if the Accra Sports Stadium was an option, why would they even revert to Kumasi?
Because they felt the crowd, and the people of Kumasi are very, very hospitable, and they give them the support they need.
No, they did not even include the Accra Sports Stadium in the list of stadiums that Ghana wanted to present to CAF for approval for these qualifiers.
But the latest statement from the Ministry of Youth and Sports is saying that
it's a total waste of time. They shouldn't even dare. No, they'll just see the ink they used or the type they used to type that letter has wasted his time, his energy, and everything.
You think CAF wouldn't come back to
why would they? The Legon Sports Stadium, have you been there, Josiah?
I've been there.
First of all, that stadium was not, even if not because it was an under 20 game.
It was for under 17 recently.
What for under 17? Under 17? No, I think they played under 20 years games there. Yeah. It's not even in the right. They don't have washrooms. Sorry, their washrooms are not enough. And then the media stands, I think yes. Then they have a lot of stuff that they need to make. They need to, I think, expand to meet standard park. The Legon park there, as we talk right now, is not at standard park. The Accra Sports Stadium. In just about 2-3 weeks, Sonny Bedu the gospel minister, is having a concert there. The concert was approved in March
for it to be hosted in September.
Prior to Ghana versus who did Ghana play in Kumasi recently?
That is
Angola.
Angola.
Do you know that that same pitch hosted an event? I think
one musician.
What did the NSA said? They said, they will keep it in right order. So we should just, and then they brought some Photoshop and then some spraying.
No, but the question, let's look at the bone of contention. How can a country that spent $350 million to build an ultra modern state-of-the-art facility for sports can't even maintain?
There's nothing like ultra modern to even talk of state of the art in Ghana here currently.
Let him finish the question.
That's the question, because we all know the Boteman costs close to $350 million.
There is no football pitch at Boteman.
No, I'm only saying that you can build a new, a state of the art.
We don't need a new stadium. We have close to 6 stadiums.
I'm asking that. Why do you spend money to build that and you can't even maintain your own?
Yes, maintenance culture is the issue.
Forget maintenance culture. That almost $350 million or $350 million cities that they quoted, are you sure they spent that money?
No.
It doesn't matter. That's the figure we have. We are not here to question figures. We are not here to question figures.
We are not here to question figures. I get to the point. But you have to go to the base of the issue, the heart of the issue, before you can do a proper analysis.
Yeah.
I get to the point, because if you tell me that you've spent more than $250 million. Ghana cities.
And we are not seeing any evidence.
Right? And we don't see the evidence. it is appropriate for us to ask the question. No, please, please. Josiah, it's appropriate for us to ask the questions. Where the money is spent.
No, it's about...
No, because, Josiah, if you tell me that you bought this ball for 1 Ghana, and then within 30 minutes the ball is spoiled, I would have to question you. Are you sure you bought this ball for 1 Ghana?
Yes, of course. Maybe I bought it, but it also depends on how you use the ball.
The quality you went in for was poor.
It doesn't mean the quality can't also deteriorate.
The quality can deteriorate, but at a longer lifespan, that is what quality is. Because see, Ghana is not the first to build stadiums.
No.
And Ghana is not going to be the last to build stadiums. I get to the point.
Yeah.
When was Accra Sports Stadium built?
It was renovated just recently.
It was renovated just recently. Have you been there?
And still not fit to host CAF category.
Have you been there?
3 match.
Because the NSA, the NSA, and the Ministry of Sports have written to the DFA to go back to CAF, right? For them to come and expand the Accra Sports Stadium.
Yeah, to see if
the Accra Sports Stadium were fit for purpose.
They would have submitted that in the initial list.
But there were days, let's not forget that there were days, not long ago, where CAF could have approved both the Accra Sports Stadium and the Baba Sports Stadium.
Which days, Josiah?
No, just recently, but they chose to take the Blasters. There were days we see the Blasters travel to Damali.
Josiah, you are part of the problem.
Well, no one is part of the problem. No.
See,
just be objective.
We have been objective.
Yes, be objective.
Because, see, when the humiliation comes, it doesn't come to the hierarchy.
No.
It comes to the country as a whole.
Yeah. You
understand? No, I'm not a Ghanaian.
But you're in Ghana.
I'm not a Ghanaian.
But you're in Ghana.
I'm working here.
I'm not a Ghanaian. Just several months ago, they went to build a new stadium at Confederation.
Yeah,
no, it's not a stadium.
It's not a stadium. It's a
recreational
center. Yeah.
So see, that money. Imagine we send that money to Elwak. Wouldn't it have done something better? Or the Accra Sports Stadium?
But why don't we just go down?
Why are we misplacing?
So just 2024. No.
My problem is
first. I'm coming. First, I'm the moderator. Wait. I'm only talking about the fact that if you live in a country that could spend millions of dollars to build new edifice facilities for sports, why do you struggle to raise funds to just maintain these facilities? That's the question I'm asking. That is it too difficult for the NSL or whoever is in charge of maintaining this facility to raise funds to maintain the stadium? Because you are talking about a country that pays over $10,000 to players for winning bonus.
Yes.
So why is it so difficult? That's the question I'm asking. Why is it so difficult for Ghanaians?
And Josiah, we are answering you that it is not the level of difficulty, but the level of ineptitude, the level of square pegs in round holes.
So who are we blaming? I just want to know who is to blame for this.
Are we going to blame? We blame
it's
the
clearly
leadership.
there. Yes.
We blame the
Ministry of Sports.
We blame the
under which the NSA is.
I get to the point because see, Josiah, the question is that if football can be suspended for music to be held on the football pitch.
Yes.
See, let's not kid ourselves. The main purpose for a football pitch is
for football purpose. Yes.
It goes to the heart of the issue. They deceived us because prior to the Angola match, they brought photoshopped pictures.
Yes.
For us to believe that the stadium was
and I believe the NSA of the Ashanti Regional NSC even came out to say that the time remaining before that Angola game would have been enough to get the turf, into the right state for the game.
So what happened?
Did we see that on a day?
No, Josiah, this is a simple question. What happened? We have an attitude where civil servants, where public servants think that they can keep their jobs for life. That is a problem. Because if this were in a serious country, the
whole of NSC, they will lay them off.
The leadership would have been sacked. The first person that should be resigning is the Minister of Sports.
Yes.
You are calling for the head of the minister.
I said, I'm not calling for his head. He should have resigned.
But that's what you are doing.
This is a public humiliation.
No, you are laying the blame.
I am not calling for his head. See, if he has any iota of respect for himself and for us as the people paying him, he has to resign. Josiah, you see, let's not mince the words. He has to resign.
Kai, with what we've seen in recent times with regards to the NSC, the ministry, you think it would be fair to lay, a chunk of the blame on the doorsteps of the Minister of Youth and Sports?
Who else? Who else do you want to lay the blame on? Is it the GFA or myself? or maybe you desire. No. They've given the pitches to a government agency, which is the NSA.
Yeah.
But then they have been supervised or headed by the Minister of Youth and Sports, in which this man Yusuf is
Mustafa Yusuf.
Mustafa Yusuf is the leader.
Is the leader. Yeah.
So they are the agency supposed to keep our pitches intact. They are the agency supposed to keep them in check and then make sure they are at the right form for every game. We're not asking for category A, category B, which is 2, or category 3
games.
If you go to Kege, have you in Togo before? Kege, Togo, they have a stadium called Kege Sports Stadium. Very nice. Does Togo have money than us?
Talking about incompetence, there was this video circulating just a couple of hours ago where there was one deputy or former deputy minister of sports, and I think he's been involved in this saga that hit our sport sometime back 6 years ago, the Australia scandal, where there was a Commonwealth Games and a couple of players disguised or impersonated themselves as journalists. And this man is saying he's pleading with the natives of a particular constituency.
That's German.
No, please, for
that
speech
is where
purpose.
he is from.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
No, Josiah, that is where he is from.
Fine. He's pleading with the people of Sujaman.
Thank you.
To vote for him.
Yes.
Promising them, a trip to the USA. Come 2026.
Thank you.
That's hopefully if the Black Stars should qualify.
Thank you.
And we are here talking about incumbent. This was once the deputy minister of youth and sports.
Thank you.
Does that go on to, further affirm or buttress the point that, we have incompetent people
leading the helm
managing our sports in this country?
Josiah, when you go to the Webster dictionary, the word incompetence is not strong enough.
Which one do you?
These are useless people.
I think Josiah, please.
Josiah,
with all due respect, I'm the moderator.
You can issue a disclaimer.
Yeah.
You can issue a disclaimer.
Okay.
I don't care.
Okay.
We've gotten to a point, right, where we have to hit the nail right on the head. Because these people are taking us for granted. I get to the point. These people are not taking us for granted.
But did they say anything wrong?
See,
promising? No, he returned for a vote.
Josiah,
if there's a man who is promising.
Do you know?
Yes.
Do you know? Do you know? He was cited for fraudulent issues.
Yes,
activities.
But there wasn't any concrete.
And then he was cleared.
There wasn't any concrete evidence.
There is intent. There's intent to commit a crime.
Yes, but there's no crime.
If there is an intent to commit a crime, see the embarrassment, the public shame that came when you people forged documentations for people to pretend they are journalists. Yeah. Did it come to him?
But the point is, he was exonerated.
Please, yes. Everybody knows that hogwash. What's the name? Committee that is.
No, but he was exonerated. There
was
evidence to pin him down.
Josiah,
that's what
were you expecting him to be indicted?
No, but okay, let's put that aside. Maybe we could connect the dots. But the question is it a crime for an aspiring member of parliament to promise the youth of a particular constituency a trip to the USA in return for vote?
Let me borrow false word. He just rendered the clearing agency that cleared him several years ago as a freed person. He just rendered them what? Useless.
So now it's wrong for you to promise something for a vote, or
he said it boldly and categorically that he has done it before. So doing it is an easy thing for him.
And let me quote him. I have done it before. I took people to Australia.
Yes.
If you vote for me, should Ghana qualify, I'll take you to America.
Your children to America. See, Josiah, this is a person who sent supposed media people, and then when they got to the airport, you know the funny stuff. They asked, where are your recorders? They say, I don't need to record. I'm going to do commentary. Commentary without recorders? They asked, where are your laptops? They said, we don't need laptop. See, huge disgrace to the nation Ghana. And then you have the balls, the nerves to stand in the public domain.
No, but
and then
I don't think
something that you've been cleared of several years ago.
Let's let me bust your bubble.
No,
this is the same man.
One thing.
But this is the same man.
Let him talk.
Who stood in the midst of senior high school students to promise them free exit if they should go ahead and vote for him.
Josiah,
And bring him
I
back.
won't let you land. You see, I don't want to turn this into a political show. Do you understand? Let me be candid with you, okay? Let me be candid with you. My 2-year-old son has so much sense that he won't promise that thing.
But there's nothing wrong with promising.
No, there are rules and regulations in every institution.
I'm coming,
So you
I'm
cannot
coming.
promise free
My
exit.
2-year-old son will not promise free exit.
No, that's very lame. Very lame.
It shows you how.
All right. I believe this. You see, all you have to do is so simple. Just subscribe to the Our Media channel, okay, and also drop your comments. Let's hear from you, because on the next edition, hopefully, we'll be reading out some of these comments. We are not done, because we'll really be probing, from where we are to see how it ends. If truly that imperative from the Ministry of Youth and Sports to the Ghana Football Association to go to CAF and tell them that we have 2 more stadiums around that could be fit to host Category 3 games. That's the University of Ghana.
Yeah, MoYS is a total waste of time
it's
and
not
resource.
a total waste of time, please. It's a communique and it's a directive also from the Ministry of Youth and Sports. But let's have your say. Honorable, what's his name? Help me with his name.
We don't even want his
name.
We don't want his name.
I'm sure maybe you can even transfer your vote and go and vote for him for a free trip to the US. Why would they in this country? Alright, so this is what we call it a wrap. It's another weekend in Europe after that long international break. Club football is back and we'll be touching on some big games coming up in the European top 5 leagues. Not forgetting that Arsenal are facing some major setbacks ahead of the North London derby, because Calafiori was the first player to be involved in a casualty, that's with regards to injury, and then later on, as Norway played in their game, it was playmaker Martin Odegaard who also got himself injured. But before that, it was Mikel Merino who was yet to kick a ball after signing the 4-year deal with the Gunners, who was announced to have injured his shoulder and could be out for up to 2 months on the sidelines. And all that happening right before the commencement or kickoff of the North London derby. But for Arsenal fans, it's good news, because their head coach, that's Mikel Arteta, has penned down a new 3-year deal, which means he'll be staying at the Emirates until 2027. Manchester United will also be in action before the international break. They suffered a humiliating 3-0 loss at the hands of Beatrice's rivals Liverpool. But in Spain, it's Jude Bellingham who is back. Eder Militao also back for Real Madrid as they take a trip to San Sebastian to play against Real Sociedad. And guess what? Barcelona, after trashing Valladolid 7-0 before the international break, they're also playing away from home against a side they lost to by the same scoreline, interestingly 4-2. So last season, Barcelona lost to Girona by an aggregate scoreline of 8-4. And this is a team that saw their head coach win the Manager of the Month in August in the La Liga. They have a perfect record, 3 out of 3, but they travel all the way to Girona, that's the Estadio Montilivi, to play against one of the most stubborn sides in recent times in the La Liga. And I have 2 gentlemen here to help me with the analysis, the in-depth, incisive, and also informative analysis here. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Courage and also Atiga Balu Force. It's been an exhaustive international break where we saw, for most of the teams, it was just the injury concerns, and even, Ghanaians had issues with Partey's commitment, because he was so scared that looking at the rate at which Arsenal players were getting injured, there was no way he was just going to, just be, I don't know. I wouldn't question his commitment, but he just didn't play that high. But let's start off with the North London derby, where we have Tottenham Hotspur being at home facing Arsenal. There's no Rice, there's no Odegaard, there's no Calafiori, there's no Mikel Merino, and the list goes on and on and on. But the good news is that Mikel Arteta has signed a 3-year deal with us.
Would you have gambled if we're Thomas Partey?
Of course I would have gambled. It's my country on the line.
I know you very well. We didn't do that. Okay, so Arsenal Spurs, wow, that's a cracker. Yeah, I don't think in recent years, Manchester versus Manchester City and United, their rivalry or derby comes closer to Spurs and then Arsenal. These 2 teams, even at the end of the season, I was on top of you, I finished on top of you, this argument. So it's a very, very big game. Spurs are playing home, right?
Yes, Spurs are playing at the
White
Tottenham
Hart
Hotspur
Lane.
Stadium.
Wow, that's massive. Son is in there in the squad. I think I heard one. I don't know if it was say a bad news or some sort of Bentancur saying
being charged by the FA
yes,
for
yes. I think
some
I think these
uncalled
days
for.
we are being too harsh on the players. Because this, I don't think it was something
You believe
bad.
it wasn't?
No, it's just some jovial comments. But I think okay. So I think his mental. I don't know how prepared he will be for this game.
Yeah.
And then if you compare Arsenal and Tottenham in recent years, I think both teams are doing very, very well. Tottenham, they are playing quite some very nice football. They are picking up from where they left it last season. Arsenal, one of the best in the league. They finished second last season. 3 out of 3 this season, right?
No. 2 wins and a draw.
2 wins and then a draw. Okay, so they're also doing well. And then their manager has just extended his contract. To be a big game, but then a big blow to Arsenal because their main man, Odegaard, the one who does the playmaking from the midfield, is out. Merino already, and then some. But then there are no major injury for Spurs. I think, wow, it will be a very nice game, full of energy and then stuff. Because Bissouma is back and then with huge form. If you compare the forward lines, I think Havertz is also doing very well for Arsenal, and then on the other side, Son Heung-min leading by example, scoring many goals, and then I think what's left with them is for their new signee, the guy who joined from Bournemouth, former Liverpool and Chelsea player.
Yeah, that's Solanke.
Yes, Dominic Solanke. Yes, I think he's left with him to pick up his form. And then I'm looking forward to a very entertaining and an exciting game. Yes, on that match day.
Force. We're talking about Arsenal with so many injury concerns. About 3 of their midfielders not around. Rice due to suspension because he got himself sent off in that game against Brighton and Hove Albion. There's no Calafiori, there's no Odegaard. You think they can withstand, that attacking force of Tottenham Hotspur?
Well, Josiah, when it comes to the North London derby, it's always been a difficult match for Tottenham, no matter where the match has been played. But at the end of the day, you realize that it's Arsenal going to be weakened because their midfield is not as strong as it used to be, right? Because Odegaard is not going to be there. Declan Rice has been suspended. We've spoken about that. Calafiori is not going to be there. Merino is also not going to be there. But you see, these are 2 teams, or these are 2 coaches that have so much belief in attacking football. These are coaches that believe in expansive football. So at the end of the day, what is going to be on display is the fact that there's going to be beautiful football. There's going to be football full of verve. There's going to be football full of attacking threat. There's going to be football that is pleasing to the eyes, right? But you see, one thing that Tottenham must understand and realize is the fact that for the past couple of years, they've not been able to really have a foothold in the league. I mean, they've been second, but you see, this is a match that is going to define their season. And next week, they are going to play against Man City. So should they drop points against Tottenham, it's going to be a very daunting task for them to go to City and then get points again. So if they are able to get all the 3 points against Tottenham, the pressure is going to be a bit down in trying to go to in trying to get points against Man City, right? So at the end of the day, what I foresee to happen is the fact that Arsenal is going to twerk. Arsenal is going to change the tactical formation because they're missing a core of their team. So there should be a twerk, right? But what is going to happen at Tottenham is the fact that the coach is going to stay and stick to his attacking football. I have known him from Australia to Celtic to what's the name, England.
Yeah.
And one thing that I believe and one thing I can predict about him is the fact that he's never going to be defensive. No matter the situation, no matter the position, he believes in attacking football. And what he's going to do and what he's so much done and what he has done over the past couple of seasons in Scotland and in England is the fact that he's going to parade his attacking lineup. He's going to parade almost every attacking player that he's gotten, and he's going to bring out entertainment football. But my candid opinion and my desire is going to be how the midfield battle is going to happen. Since Arsenal do not have the core of the players in that key positions, how is Tottenham going to take advantage of that space? How is Arsenal going to tweak the situation to allay the weaknesses? Is Arsenal going to play on the flanks, right? Because they've not been playing from the flanks. They always go through the middle. So, but without the availability of the core players who are going to dictate the game, are they still going to try to go through the middle? Because it invariably means that what Jorginho is going to come into the setup, pair with what's the name, Alexander Partey, or Kai Havertz to drop deeper. Yeah. I get the point for what's the name?
Gabriel Jesus.
For Gabriel Jesus to lead the attack, or Sterling could lead the attack for Kai Havertz to drop deep. It depends on the tactical understanding, the tactical choice that what's the name? Mikel Arteta wants to. But what I can say is that we are going to enjoy the game, and goals are going to be abound.
Wow. Right, but before that, there will be a game on Saturday, 11:30. That's right before midday, where Manchester United will be traveling to the St. Mary's to take on Southampton. Manchester United got defeated on Monday 3. That was a game between themselves and also Liverpool. It wasn't a good day for them. But you think there's a game for them to redeem themselves, especially after Ronaldo granted that infamous interview talking about United rebuilding from scratch?
Well, I don't think that's an infamous interview. That's a famous interview in that Ronaldo has Manchester United at heart, right? And Ten Hag, I think I have always indicated that he's not fit for purpose. Ten Hag is not a coach that's going to turn around the fortune of Manchester United, because for a coach who is at the helm of affairs for Manchester United to have openly stated that they are not in the running to win the Champions League, they are not in the running to win the league, I think that impugns on the integrity, that impugns on the aspirations of a club as big as Manchester United, who should be competing with the very best to be winning trophies. But you see, on the day, I think that against Southampton, it's going to be a very difficult match, because Southampton are in the groove, they are scoring goals, they are playing some fantastic football. But this is a match that Manchester United has to win. They have to win because there's pressure on them. They lost against Liverpool 3-0. And the football wasn't pleasing. They are going against Southampton, and I don't think that is going to be. I don't think it's going to happen that should they lose, the coach is going to be sacked. It's not going to happen. But it's just going to add onto the pressure. The pressure is going to be piling onto Ten Hag to do something critical. You see, the fact that he's been giving the kind of players that he has always wanted. He's been giving the players that he feels or he felt they are going to come in and then reshape the whole focus of the team. With the brand of football that he's been playing, with the kind of tactical understanding that he wants to implement. So now that the players have been given to you and you're not winning, you are not able to blend them, you're not able to bring the reasons for which you were justifiably giving the players, that I don't think that is going to be a good enough reason for him to not do well. But against Southampton again, I believe that is going to be difficult, but United has to find a way to win. I don't necessarily think that it's going to be pleasant, it's going to be nice, but the most important thing is that they have to get the 3 points.
Right, so Manchester United will have to get the 3 points. But in the Spanish La Liga, where Barcelona are already leading, the pack over there, it's been some good start to the season for them after winning 3 out of 3 matches. 2-1 scoreline in their first 2 games and 7-0 drubbing of Real Valladolid on match day 3 or match day 4 before international break. Guys, let me bring you in. They travel this time to Girona, a team they lost twice to, by an aggregate scoreline of 8-4 last season. 4-2 at the Camp Nou, 4-2 at the Estadio Montilivo. You think Barcelona are ready to dismantle this Girona team? Because I believe they will have revenge on their mind.
See, Barcelona are not just winning, but then they are scoring a lot of goals. 11 goals in 3 matches, considered 2. Just 2 goals. Means their forward liners are really taking up chances and then shooting very well. They are getting the targets right inside their post. You see, Girona as a football club has done very, very, very well for the past year and then continuing. I think with the philosophy of the Manchester City intuition and then that kind of affiliation is giving them the edge to at least do something remarkable. Their best player last season is gone.
End of week.
And then also Savino. Yes,
City,
yes. So I think they've lost that kind of mojo up front. I think these things happens once in about a decade. Seeing lesser teams or relatively smaller teams coming up or really doing extremely well happens just once in a while. So I think Girona, yes, they might try to replicate their last season's form, but I don't think it will be up to what they did last season, because last season they did very, 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 very well. Barcelona, with the signings Real Madrid did, it is inspiring them to also churn out something very, very, very meaningful this season, because Madrid won the La Liga last season, together with the Champions League. Barcelona also want to win the La Liga or win something this season. And then I think they have very, very fine players to help them achieve that feat. The likes of Yemi Lama doing very, very well. I think they chased Nico Miller but couldn't get him. I think they have
Daniel Mo as well.
Yes, Daniel Mo. Yes,
very well.
Yes,
on a good note.
Yes. I think if injuries does not set in, Barcelona will do very well. And then the game against Girona will be one of the games they'll get tested very well, because Girona plays similarly to what Barcelona plays. Their style of football, their philosophy is almost similar. You see, so it will show the kind of football Barcelona wants to play this season, and then the kind of things we should expect from the team Barcelona, because facing a team that beat you with same scoreline 4-2 last season, home and away, and then facing them earlier this season, there will be a revenge this thing in the players' mind that no, this team bullied us last season. Let's try and then redeem our images or redeem ourselves. So we are going all out, and then I think they have what it takes to win the game against Girona.
First, quickly on Barcelona, Hansi Flick won Manager of the Month of August. That's right before the international break, and he's led this team to a perfect record so far in the top flight. 12 out of 12 points. You think is the right time for them to face a team who you could just term as their nemesis from last season?
There's no better time to face somebody that has beaten you, back to back, in the season. But you see, I very well give kudos to Hansi Flick and Barcelona for what they've been able to do, because prior to the start of the season, they were in much of a turmoil, right? Because financially they were in a mess. They were not able to get their groove together. They were not able to get their signings together. Struggling here and there. But at the end of the day, Hansi Flick has proven that even in the mess, he's been able to find a winning formula. 3 out of 3. 14 goals scored, right? Yeah. 14 goals scored, 2 conceded. So it just tells you that they are on a good trajectory. But you see, my problem is the fact that they got shock absorbers, that when a setback comes in, they are able to regroup again and then go again. Yes, Barcelona is a big club, but against Girona, I think it's going to be a bit difficult for them to steamroll Girona, because if you look at the tactical dispensation of Girona, they are not a team that is going to sit back. They are a team that is going to be on the full throttle. They're going to come at you, notwithstanding the fact that they've lost 2 of their key players last season. Savino has gone to Man City, but they've also replaced with quality. They've got quality all around the team, defensively, in the defensive third, in the mid third, in attacking positions. They've got quality that they can use in hurting Barcelona. But you see, Barcelona is a team that must make a statement, because if you are chasing Madrid, I would say chasing Madrid, because for the past couple of seasons, Madrid have had the better of them. So if you've got opportunity to go 4 out of 4 and then move on to 12 points, it gives you that cushion. It gives you that bit of comfort that yes, Madrid is not going to catch you anytime soon. So should Madrid drop point at Sociedad, it's just going to aid the cause of Barcelona. But should they go to Girona and falter, it just gives the confidence to Real Madrid that they can still come back into the game again, or they can still overhaul them, right? So I think that it is imperative on Hansi Flick and Barcelona as a whole to see this as a big advantage for them to go to Girona and get the 3 points.
Finally, they are, bitter rivals, Real Madrid, the White Angels, Los Blancos, will be traveling to San Sebastian. They'll be playing against Real Sociedad, a team that also were a major force, in the league last season. It's always a difficult ground for any visiting team at all. You think Real Madrid can just get it done over there?
Real Madrid cannot just get it done, because Real Sociedad has been a boogie team for Real Madrid. You understand? They've been on the neck of Madrid, and we can say that they are getting into their groove, because Kylian Mbappe just broke his duck. He broke his virginity when it comes to goal scoring in the league, and with a brace. So should he continue on that trajectory, I think that's going to get a couple of goals. But there's a misunderstanding. There's a mismatch in terms of tactical awareness and who should be where when it comes to the Madrid setup. I think that Ancelotti is still trying to twerk. He's still trying to find a match for the players up front, because you see, they've got so much squad. They've got so much talent up front that if you are not careful, if you do not take time, you might not be able to lay them out well, and they overlap most of the time. For example, if you put Vinicius Junior on the right, no, on the left, you put Rodrigo on the right, you put Mbappe through the middle. Is Mbappe going to be disciplined enough to stay to get stuck to that situation? He might wonder. The same would happen to Rodrigo. You put him on the right, and before you realize he's in the middle. He drifts to the left. Are they going to be drifting in synchrony? Are they going to be moving without understanding, or somebody's going to move out of his position, and that space is going to be void? So these are things that he's working on. You understand? And I do very well believe that he's got experience. He's got so much wealth at his disposal for him to find a solution to that problem. But again, against Real Sociedad, who last season I think was fifth, right? Or fifth. I mean, they did very well last season. Should they continue into this season again, they're going to cause a lot of problem in the league. But having come up against Real Madrid, I think that Real Madrid has got the firepower to claim all the 3 points of the day.
Well, what's your prediction?
Real Madrid is not the team that's going to score a lot of goals, because they haven't got that groove. But should it happen for them, they can score a lot. So I might say 3-1.
3-1 to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
I'm taking your prediction as well.
Oh, handicap 2-1.
2-1.
Yes.
To Real Madrid.
Yes.
So you both believe Real Madrid are winning?
Yes.
All right. Let's go to Barcelona. Your prediction for Barcelona?
Barcelona, Girona, 4-1.
4-1 for Barcelona.
Yes.
After the sip.
Yes, that's going to come my nerves to be able to do the prediction very well.
Okay, so prediction for Barcelona.
I think
are we at Girona?
2-1 Girona.
2-1 Girona.
Yes.
So you believe Girona are going to break that, streak?
They're not going to bring. Yeah, they're going to bring
the 4-game winning streak for Barcelona.
Yes.
All right, let's go back to England in our featured games that we've spoken about. Manchester United traveling to St. Mary's.
St. Mary's, they are winning hands down.
Manchester United are winning.
Yes,
by what scoreline?
2-0. Yes.
I don't think United has the defense to go without considering a goal.
Okay.
So I'm going to say 3-1 United.
3-1 United. And their biggest game over the weekend. That's the North London derby.
Spurs are a very funny side. The moment you take them to do something special, they always flop. I'll go for a 1-1 draw.
A 1-1 draw?
Yes.
No, I think there's going to be more goals than 1-1.
Yeah, so a 5-5 draw?
No, 5 is going to be too much. But you see, this is an open football. You understand? I mean, Arteta is not going to be defensive. Postecoglou is not going to be defensive. These are teams that
they go
flow.
at each other.
Yeah, they go at each other. So should they take their chances, I think there's going to be more of a 3-2 in favor of Tottenham.
All right, so those are the predictions. Precise ones, for my pundits, and they have called the shots. I don't know if you agree with them, but if you don't, then you have the comment section to yourself. Just drop the comments or your comments in the comment section with regards to the upcoming games in the European top 5 leagues. We have 2 weeks of international football. It's finally over. Now we have the chance to enjoy some club football. I don't know which club you support, but which club are you rooting for? There's Chelsea in action. Liverpool are also in action. Manchester City will be welcoming Brentford to the Etihad. So don't forget to subscribe, share, and then also let's have you say in the comment section. Bye.